Sounders have finished their open practice to the media today, and Brian Schmetzer ruled out Nouhou for the game. He said he's feeling better, but they're being very careful, and we'll show you some video from him talking about Nouhou also not playing for on Sunday against Sporting KC's. Obviously, Joao Paulo, because of yellow card accumulation, and also Cristian Roldan continues to be out due to the concussion protocol. So the Sounders, and of course Kelyn, Rowe, and Ruidiaz, but I think you already know about those. So there's really the biggest news today was obviously the Nouhou, because all week was he not? He's not. So it's going to be a lot of the young players, as I said, to face a Sporting KC team. But remember, this is the second time they played them, and last time they met, right, this down there, Jordan had his quad goals, and Leo Chu, it was his starting first MLS start, and obviously you saw what happened there. So the young players will get a chance, and the defense is going to be critical. So here is Brian Schmetzer and Joao Paulo talking a bit about Sunday's game.
I'm going to rule him out for the game. We just, look, we're not taking any chances with Nouhou. We're not taking any chances with Cristian. We're going to be safe. We're going to let him fully recover physically, and then I'll talk to you guys on Monday. But he's just gonna take time, eat healthy, get plenty of rest, just get him back 100%. Because what I don't want to have happen is bringing him back and then the exertion or anything kick starts something else. So I'm gonna rule him out.
Brian, with a team like this, how important is it to kind of start out on the front foot and stay on the front foot?
It's important with all the games, Maz, but I get your point. I mean, look, Kansas City, is a dangerous opponent. The longer you keep them around, the more dangerous they're going to be. They're good attacking players. Camelia's back. How they get their defending sorted out. I mean, we got to make sure that we understand we're at home. We want us to try and score early, try and control tempo, but it'll be a challenge.
And because they look so different from how they were a number of weeks ago when you went down there, how much can you take from that 4-1 win?
Well, Jackson, it's a good question. I would answer it as they're a systems-based team. He's 4-3-3. Peter's played like that for as long as I've known him. So the players change things a little bit, but the system is the same. So we know how they like to play. They're talented young kids. Cody is a little bit different. Reed is one of those kids that can play up a line. I think Cody's been a out-and-out lockdown defender for most of his career at Defiance. So it's works in progress, but they certainly, both of them played well against the Loyal. And, there's some, a lot of games that those guys might participate in the next 3 weeks. So let's see. He's raised off the back of his head easily.
And he's got to be pretty confident knowing the last time they played this team, he scored a few goals.
Look, they're going to be ready for Jordan Moore. They're going to try and prevent that from happening twice, Moz. So, yes, Jordan likes playing up front. There's no denying that. He likes playing out on the left. He's good at playing at the right. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Leo said yesterday when we talked to him that you've kind of given them the ability to kind of interchange now, for him not just to stay on the touchline and come inside.
Well, I'd like Leo to be more outside than inside, but yes, you are correct. Within our tactical shape, I don't mind players interchanging positions at times, just as long as they understand the roles and responsibilities defensively if they take someone else's spot. They got to make sure that they understand all of that. So, look, a lot of times what happens in our game is, there's a corner kick and the play breaks down, or you have a chance and guys are on the opposite sides of the field. Well, they just recover. They play in different positions. Then as the game progresses, they'll switch back. So I don't mind any of that.
When we're playing so much better at home. But I think this year we are having a good balance, playing at home and away, same way, but start from defensive shape, and I think we are doing very well.
Especially from, you're coming in and defending that the communication, how critical is that?
Yeah, I've been talking to Freddie to make to be a voice in the middle and try to help, especially the front guys, when to press and how to press. Sometimes I'm seeing the field and they are not, it's because I'm behind them. So I'm trying to be a voice and help them to organize that first press. But it's a lot of things are doing well, these duels, air duels, second balls. So everybody's working hard to make us a good defensive team.
Talk to the Talk to the coaches. A lot of them, they've talked about you guys is this season and your ability to break the first wave and get to the second one. How important is that?
Yeah, last year after CCL, I think the other teams kind of scout us pretty well to play against us. And for this year, we are trying something different, being more in our shape. And after that, we're trying to play and be quick and break this first pressure from the other team. We're having success. I think the last game we did pretty well this first movement, but after that I think we're not clean enough to make in opportunities and creating chances. So we are working to be better in the final third.
All right, there you have it. You saw Brian Smetzer talking a little bit about the injured players and also about Sunday's game, the importance of winning the game. All right, let's just get to the point right there. And Joao Paulo gave you some philosophical, how he plays on defense and things like that, because defense has been the Sounders' key. They have not conceded a goal at home all season. They've also have not lost at home. So, Sounders have to start early. And then I think one thing that Brian Smetzer is stressing is that you cannot give teams life. That is, whether they score one goal, Sounders go ahead, is you've got to keep that foot on the pedal and continue to keep, the team out. The old classic sport analogy, you keep a team in the game, you never know what happens. And this is a team that has yet to win an MLS game. For the CascadiaSports.net Sound of Practice Report, I'm Asvita Mara Ire.